Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody back here to Denver Track Field here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Our second game of the day here from the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional. Will feature the visiting team on the scoreboard out of Sarasota, Florida, and the home team on the scoreboard out of Greenville, North Carolina. AJ Good joined alongside Michael Marks here for our second game of the day, the de facto third place game, as Tallahassee has cemented itself in the top spot at 3-0. Lawrenceburg, Tennessee just wrapped it up at 3-1 with a 14-2, a 6-inning run rule game against Marshall County. And two teams here, two teams, Michael, here who are very good. We've seen them play pretty good here throughout these last few days, and expecting probably the best matchup we're going to see here out of the trio of games today.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of our games are pretty much, it's the first two-place teams playing Marshall County, who's the fifth-place team. So, I mean, we got 3 versus 4 potentially here, and, I've seen both these teams play a lot. They're good teams, just a couple of mistakes here and there have really cost them some games. I'm really excited to see how these two teams perform today.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups here for both sides. Starting first with the visitors in Sarasota, leading off at third base, Noah Schnurline. Batting second at first base, Caden Armstrong. Batting third in center field, Jack Peggs. Batting fourth at second base, Chris Nelson. Batting fifth, Cooper Madden, who's the extra hitter. Pitching and batting sixth, Jackson Neffsmith. Batting seventh and catching, Davin Davidson. Batting eighth. Batting eighth at shortstop, Hudson Peluso. Batting ninth in right field, J.J. Honish. And rounding up the lineup in left field, Kieran Venkat. Now over to the home team out of Greenville, North Carolina. Leading off at shortstop, Luke Tyndall. Batting second at third base, Landon Scott. Batting third and catching, Thomas Satterfield. Batting fourth in center field, Noah Cox. Batting fifth at first base, Jack Flanagan. Batting sixth and pitching, Aiden Coates. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, Ashton Skinner. Batting eighth in left field, Hudson Miller. Batting ninth at second base, Sawyer Welsh. Rounding out the lineup in right field will be Drew Lyson. And, Michael, the Sarasota team leading things off here today was no hit yesterday by a very good Tallahassee team. And the team, I'm pretty sure, wants to come out here and make a statement right off the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it with Lawrenceburg in their game Wednesday night against Tallahassee. They had 8 hits and stranded 11 guys on base, but only got 1 run across the board. What teams want to do after that is just have an offensive explosion. So I think we're going to see these kids, swing early and swing often and try to get a bunch of guys on base and try to score a bunch of runs today.
On the mound for Greenville is Hayden Coates. Got the start against Tallahassee 2 days ago on Thursday night. First inning, really, really good. 3 up, 3 down in dominant fashion. Next inning, saw 6 walks, gave up some runs, and really wasn't the same pitcher. Him is certainly looking for a rebound here in this game.
Yeah, before that game got postponed, it was 4-3, and I believe there was only a combined 2 hits. So really just not the most dominant pitching showcase between those two teams. But I think, now he's getting his second start on the mound against a team that's not as dominant as Tallahassee. I think he's going to be more confident to throw strikes, and I think he's going to have potentially a pretty good day today.
And a little tidbit that we learned just a little bit ago that the Sarasota head coach is former big leaguer Scooter Jeanette, like 6 years in the majors, 285 career hitter, and one of the few ever in baseball history to hit 4 home runs in one game.
Yeah, I mean, that's just incredible. I mean, one of the last times we've seen it happen, it was in the same season where J.D. Martinez had his 4-home-run game. And I think it's cool because, that's kind of just flown under the radar. We got some insider information that's who their coach was. So, it's cool to see guys like that in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Noah Schnurline to lead things off here, the third baseman for Sarasota. Sarasota wearing the red tops, gray pants with either red or black pinstripes. Greenville wearing green tops and white pants.
And one thing I've noticed, AJ, you reading out those lineups, a bunch of kids are playing positions they haven't traditionally played in this tournament, so I think this game's going to come down to whose defense is the most sound.
Both coaching staff certainly shaking up the lineups here today as well. Here comes the first pitch here from Coates. That one is fouled down the right field line for strike 1. Sort of a check swing there to fully commit to that one.
Yeah, like I said, Coates is going to throw strikes, and, the Sarasota team's going to come out swinging, and we saw both that on the first pitch of the game.
And here comes the 0-1 from Coates. one is fouled away for strike two. So 2 pitches, 2 foul balls. Coates quickly ahead, 0-2 in the count. And the next pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 1.
And Coach has traditionally been the catcher for this Greenville team, so with a new guy behind the mound, I'm curious to see how the catcher's going to be able to keep the ball in front of him and certain things like that defensive-wise.
A new catcher here in Thomas Satterfield. Haven't seen him behind the plate yet. Here's 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, first breaking ball there by Coates, and just has the Sarasota batter looking a little silly right there, and first strikeout of the game.
Going to bring up Caden Armstrong, the first baseman, for his first at bat of the game. First pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. Misses away for ball 1. One attempt here by Coates, swung on a miss for strike 2.
We saw Armstrong come out of the bullpen, have an appearance. I believe it was on Thursday against, it may have been against Lawrence County in that first game. Not the best appearance on the mound, but he's had some good at-bats.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will be the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts to start things off here for Aiden Coates. Now brings up the 3-0 hitter and the center fielder, and Jack Peggs.
Yeah, AJ, Coates does not look to be afraid of the strike zone one bit today. Already 2 strikeouts and not a whole lot of pitches either.
First one here to Peggs. That one's going to miss away for ball 1. Coates so far is just 9 pitches through those first 2 Ks. And the 1-0. This is away for ball 2.
Yeah, trying to work that low and away corner and get a couple swing and misses right there. Just good eye there by Peggs, not swinging at those pitches on the outside corner.
Sometimes it's a little tempting to do so. Comes a 2-0. This one is fouled out of play for strike 1.
A little late on the high inside heater right there, but pretty good contact there by Peggs. I mean, that looked like it was almost off the hands, but it sitting out there in the corner of foul territory.
Comes a 2-1. That one misses away for ball 3.
Yeah, see what Coach is trying to do here, with the low and away pitches. Peg's a taller guy for 14-year-olds. He's going to have a hard time getting the bat to that low and outside corner. He's trying to paint away, but Peg's, I guess, with having a big leaguer as a coach, especially with one that hit as well as he did, they're going to have pretty good play discipline today.
They've had pretty good play discipline for the most part. They've been able to work some walks, and they got some guys that can absolutely drive the ball. Here's the 3-1. That one misses low for ball 4. 2-out walk here to Peggs. Going to bring up second baseman and Chris Snelson.
And 2-out walks, this has been going on this entire tournament. It feels like, a pitcher will get 2 quick outs or a couple strikeouts there early on, and that 3-hole guy just sits there and just takes a bunch of pitches.
1 on 2 gone here in the top of the first. First pitch here from Coates. Swung on a miss for strike 1. First time we've seen Snelson so far in this tournament.
He had a couple pinch run appearances in the first couple of games, but this is his first at-bat.
Comes the 0-1. Just misses away for ball 1.
And, AJ, what I love about this tournament is, even though it's the last day and it's got a bunch of placement, things factoring in, every team's trying to get, some of those guys that haven't played as much, as many at-bats, as many innings on the mound, trying to get them some play time.
And trying to even up their pull play record. Everybody gets 4 games. And like we said, they're playing for 3rd place. You want to head back to your home with at least a 2-2 record. Next pitch, and that one's in there for strike 2.
Yeah, and these teams, Sarasota and Greenville, are both about a 10 to 11 hour drive, so it's not gonna be just a quick drive down the road like the kids from Lawrenceburg or Marshall County.
1-2 from Coates. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that one will end the inning. Coates gets 3 strikeouts here in the top of the first. First at bat for Greenville, North Carolina. Coming up next, this is the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional on the X Sports Network, brought to you by Quick Mart.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
This is Jason at Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg. For over 90 years, Volco has been a family-owned company. We're proud of our past and excited about our future. We're open to the public for wholesale and retail trade. We carry product lines such as Milwaukee Tools, Lucas Oil, and Malco product. We carry all major brands of lubricants like Shell Rotella, Haviland, Castrol GTX, Mystic, Motorcraft, Valvoline, Kindle, and Mobile. We here at Volco offer a complete line of car detailing supplies, shop supplies, tire repair products, and lawnmower supplies. Check us out online at VolcoAutosupply.com or at 416 Buffalo Road here in Lawrenceburg.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Denver Track Field, the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, second game of the day. No scores to go. The bottom of the first. Due up for Greenville, Luke Tyndall, Landon Scott, and Thomas Satterfield. Jackson Nesmith on the mound. First pitch here. And that one's going to be low for ball 1 to Tyndall.
And Tyndall had a heck of a game against Lawrenceburg yesterday morning. Ended up, he was the guy on the mound that ended up giving up the walk-off, but had a heck of a day. Several stolen bases. I believe 2 or 3 of the runs scored in that game, and just a pretty good game. And he was a pest on the mound, or on the base paths for both pitchers for Lawrenceburg.
Count evens up at 1-1. Next pitch from Nesmith. Breaking ball. Misses low for ball 2. Comes the 2-1. That one swung on a miss for strike 2. Nesmith already pumping in the strike zone so far. And the 2-2 delivery. And that one is fouled and caught by Tyndall in the batter's box. And saves everybody a few seconds, which we won't complain about.
Oh, yeah. I'm also eager to see how the Greenville bats come out today. Only 3 runs yesterday, and that was, just proved to be 1 too little against Lawrenceburg.
Next pitch misses low and in. Count goes full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Got Christmas colors out on the field with the red and the green.
Feeling festive here in July.
Next pitch, this one's fouled up. Catcher and Davidson comes back, makes the catch. Nice play, and that's the first out of the inning. He has been phenomenal behind the plate in these few games we've gotten a chance to watch him play. He does a good job, and I think that's the second the second I've seen, probably the third or fourth, where he's handled a pop-up behind the plate very well.
Yeah, handling a pop-up for a catcher is not easy because, you got to drop the mask. You're kind of just stumbling around. It was a good play there by Davidson.
Landon Scott due up now, the third baseman for Greenville. Left-hander, first pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1.
And Scott had an incredible game yesterday at third base. That kid seemed to, every ball came his way. It was eaten up, and it ended up saving the game for Greenville until the bottom of the 7th inning, but just had a great game at the hot corner.
Here's the 1-0. That one swung on a miss for strike 1. And here comes a 1-1. Breaking ball, and that one is sent in the left. Charging in and making the catch is Venkat, and that will be the second out of the inning. We talked about it in the first game, Michael, but the outfield talent we've seen of all 5 teams has been very impressive. All these guys got plenty of range and got some cannons on them out there as well.
Yeah, Kieran Venkat, traditionally the Sarasota shortstop, moved him to left field today, and it seemed like that paid off on that play right there.
Thomas Satterfield due up now for Greenville. First pitch from Nesmith. There's a breaking ball. Misses away for ball 1. Comes a 1-0. On the inside corner, a fastball for strike 1.
It seems with all these umpires, AJ, that you can usually get that inside corner call if you don't, completely jam them up inside, but usually working it on the hip level, it's a good pitch.
Next pitch in the dirt here for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nesmith working quickly, and that pitch is, well, maybe a little too quickly as that one goes way high and in and goes to a hitter's count of 3 balls and 1 strike. And the next pitch in the dirt for ball 4. And just like the top of the first, we got a 2-out walk here in the bottom half of the inning.
I tell you, AJ, if I've seen it once in this pool play, I've seen it 100 times. I mean, and not even just the first inning. You see it second inning, third inning, everything.
We'll have a courtesy runner coming in here for Satterfield. And that will be a number I don't have on the roster. We'll get it here. Will be Connor Kessler. Will be the
And Kessler's who started the first game for Greenville and behind the dish for them in the second game, and then started for them on the mound again against Lawrenceburg yesterday and had a beautiful game.
Noah Cox now at the plate. First pitch misses away, gets away from the catcher in Davidson. Now Kessler will make his way to second base off the wild pitch. Nightcap will be Lawrenceburg. Nightcap will be Marshall County, and Tallahassee as Cox floats this one in the right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Kessler rounding third. He will score, and Greenville takes an early 1-0 lead.
And very similar to what happened to Greenville in their first game yesterday, AJ. They got a guy on with 2 outs. He ended up stealing second, and then a simple base hit like that got them on the board early against Lawrenceburg.
And just put them where they're not, and that's exactly what he did. Gets the first run of the game here for the guys in green.
And as long as that ball floated, Kessler pretty much was almost home before that ball even hit the ground.
Jack Flanagan, the first baseman, due up now for Greenville. Nesmith out of the stretch. And the first pitch. Runner takes off. Good throw from Davidson on line, and he is out. That one will end the inning on the absolute laser from David Davidson. So we go to the top of the second. Greenville leads Sarasota 1-0. This is a 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional on the X Sports Network, brought to you by Quick Mart.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
Southern Tennessee Orthopedics welcomes orthopedic surgeon Dr. Paul Thomas. Count on Dr. Paul Thomas, podiatrist Dr. James Barksdale, and nurse practitioner Doug Ead at Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep your life in motion. Injuries and foot pain can rob you of the activities you enjoy most. So our team is here, close to home, to address the pain and to get you moving again. Southern Tennessee Orthopedics. From the routine to the unforeseen, you can count on us. To learn more, visit SouthernTennesseeMedicalGroup.com, or to schedule an appointment, call 931-762-4400.
Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back at Denver Track Field, the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional. It's a 1-0 Greenville, North Carolina lead over Sarasota here as we go to the top of the second. Cooper Madden leads things off, sends a soft liner to short, throws over to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out already here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, good player out there. It's short by Tyndall. I mean, he's usually been in the outfield or on the mound for Greenville and did a good job not charging on that ball too early, catching it on 1 hop and firing over to first for the first out of the inning.
Brings up the opposing pitcher in Jackson Nesmith as Madden makes his way back into the dugout. And the first pitch. This is away for ball 1. Coates in the first inning walked 1 and struck out 3. Did that in 16 pitches. And the 1-0. This is away for ball 2. Nesmith here, Michael, is right on top of the plate.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a bunch of teams have some kids that, are almost standing away from the plate, and Nesmith right here is pretty much just sitting there on top of it. If I was coach out there, I mean, to almost back him off.
It's almost a mixture of both we've seen so far in this tournament. We either got him right in the middle of the box or right on top of the plate. 3-0 from Coates on the outside corner for strike 1. And the 3-1. Swung on and missed. A big cut there for strike 2.
And, AJ, we've seen Coach trying to work away from the batters a lot this game, and with, Naismith being as on top of the plate as he is, it's almost hard for Coach to try to work away.
And the full count offering misses low for ball 4. 1 out walk issued here to Nesmith. Now brings up the big left-handed hitting catcher in David Davidson.
Yeah, we saw Davidson end the inning with a laser throwdown on runner trying to steal second. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Actually, Davidson's a right-handed hitter. The big lefty is on the bench here for this game, or at least to start off this game. It's Dominguez. Dominguez has also been a catcher for Sarasota as well, so those two have been splitting the duty so far here in Lawrenceburg.
And he may be the biggest bat in this entire tournament.
First pitch here, that one's going to get away from the catcher in Satterfield. Nesmith makes his way to second off the wild pitch.
There's 2 people for Greenville that aren't usually that are traditionally playing. Connor Kessler and Philip Dash. Neither of them on the field today for Greenville.
Here's a 1-0. And Davidson sends a rocket way foul for strike 1. And the nightcap will be Marshall County and Tallahassee, seeing players from both teams sprinkling in here to Denver Trap Field. Comes a 1-1. This one sent up the middle, a rocket, and a nice diving grab out there in center field. That will be the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning, I should say.
That's a good play out there in center field. Usually, they have Tyndall out there in center field today. It's not him and
Noah Cox.
And he's been in the outfield just playing the corners traditionally. So a good player out there by the Greenville center fielder.
Hudson Peluso due up now, the shortstop. First pitch here from Coates. Misses alone away for ball 1. And the 1-0. Misses away, gets away from the catcher. Runner takes off for third, and going to be no challenge. Tying run now 90 feet away with the 2-0 count and 2 outs. Good opportunity here for Pelusa. 2-0. Just misses away for ball 3.
Yeah, that pitch is just a bit high and outside. Palouse is a little bit of a smaller guy, so that strike zone compared to Davidson, the last batter, is a lot smaller.
3-0. That one's in there for strike 1. And the 3-1. That one is sent over to the first baseman, stumbles a bit, regains composure, steps on first. That one will end the inning. Sarasota strands a runner on third to end the top of the second. It's a 1-0 Greenville lead as we go to the bottom half of the inning here at the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional on the X Sports Network, brought to you by Quick Mart.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old-world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family-owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com. At Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg, owner and broker Fred Webb is always working with his realtors to ensure they're ready for game day to score you the biggest win for your home or property. From being the best trained to knowing the land or home they're selling, the crew at your local United Country office is ready to give you their all. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, turn to Southern Tennessee Realty today and let them put their years of combined experience to work for you. Because everyone around here knows if Southern Tennessee Realty can find Bigfoot, they can find you a buyer.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
Back here at the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional. It's a 1-0 Greenville lead here in the bottom of the second. Jack Flanagan at the plate, already ahead 2-0 in the count. Next pitch here from Jackson Nesmith is a breaking ball in there for strike 1. In the first inning, Nesmith gave up a run off one hit and a walk, and right now at 20 pitches. Pitch 21, breaking ball. It's a soft liner up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Really good piece of hitting there by Jack Flanagan. A leadoff single will now bring up the opposing pitcher in Aiden Coates.
It seems like Greenville really lives off that whole, idea, hit it where they ain't. I mean, they're not hitting anything too terribly hard, AJ, but just, squaring it up enough to drop it into the shallow outfield.
Second hit of the game, and I think the combined average exit velocity is 65 miles an hour from both of those. So
that might be generous there.
On play umpire here, calls time. Oh, that's true, yeah. Good call. Greenville will have someone warming up here in the bullpen.
And, Lawrenceburg used 3 pitchers in their first game. I'm not sure about Marshall County, but I would imagine that, everybody's going to try to get some guys at least 1 inning, maybe a couple pitches, something like that.
Same with Tallahassee as well, as they've wrapped up the championship, already deemed the winner of this. Still going to play the next game. And the first pitch is in there from Nesmith for strike 1. Smith, quick pickoff, not in time.
Good move right there by the pitcher. He got that over there in a hurry.
Here's the 0-1. That one swung on a miss for strike 2.
I like the idea of picking off for Nesmith. You know, we've seen Greenville steal a lot of bases, been really aggressive on the base paths, and I got them their first run of the game.
Here's the 0-2. That one misses away for ball 1. Here's a 1-2. That one is sent in the left field, a base hit. And back-to-back singles here to start off the bottom of the second. Brings up the extra hitter in Ashton Skinner.
That's the best hit of the day we've seen from Greenville right there. Just sending a hard ground ball into one of the gaps. You know, it wasn't a little bloop single like we've seen earlier. So good piece of hitting right there from Greenville. Now they have a runner in scoring position here early in the third.
Doing like you said there, Michael, just hitting them where they're not. And he just sent a nice little line drive through the left side. Here's the first pitch here from Nesmith. That one's low for ball 1.
And it's surprising to see this hitting, from the middle and back half of the orders. Usually we just see those guys, if not get out, get walked or get hit or something like that.
Skinner calls time. Another guy standing right on top of the plate here, Michael. Here's a 1-0. And
hey, if he's crowding your play, back him off. I'd say the tip of his toes was almost on home plate, AJ, and
I was never good at that move. I always took that one right to the rear end. Here's a 2-0. That one is fouled away for strike 1. I stood on top of the plate as well. I just put a lot of wristbands and forearm bands on my arms.
Just cover everything up.
Yep. I had enough meat on my rear end at the time. I don't anymore, but here's a 2-1. That one's in the dirt, a breaking ball for ball 3. Good block there by Davidson behind the plate.
See, AJ, I'm still waiting for my freshman 15 to kick in. I walk like 6 miles a day at UT uphill both ways, and
through the snow.
Through the snow and the rain, and I'm still waiting. I mean, I think I've lost 15 pounds, if anything.
That one's fouled away for strike 2. Well, apparently that's how Dusty gets to work every day at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he bear crawls through the mud and snow and
avoids fire from the sniper up in the trees.
Yeah.
It's a full count offering. Breaking ball. That one's hit high in the air. It's going to stay on the infield. And Venkat, who moved from left field into third base, is going to make the catch. It'll be the first out of the inning. One gone will bring up the left fielder in Hudson Miller. Miller here looking to add to the lead. Do have a big hole through the right side here, so we're holding that runner on at second. First pitch, a breaking ball, misses high and in for ball 1.
And, it's kind of disappointing. It may be just because I've watched a bunch of college and Major League Baseball this summer. I don't think we've seen one opposite field hit this entire tournament, and it kills my soul to see, a right-handed batter with a gap between first and second.
First pitch fouled back here for strike 1. Well, first run of the game for Greenville.
Actually, that little bloop. Single.
We've seen a couple, but, to your credit, we haven't seen a ton so far. Seen a lot to center field.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a 1-1. Breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 2.
Which is almost just as surprising, AJ. Usually at this age, everybody just pulls everything. So, to see a couple opposite field hits and a bunch of center field hits, I mean, it's showing some promising contact from these young athletes.
Here's a 1-2. And that one's going to hit him right on the hip, and the bases are now loaded with 1 out.
I love it. Running down to first.
And the umpire called him safe.
I'll give him a round of applause for that. It's the last day. You're just here to have some fun. If you get hit, have some fun with it.
Hey, the best way to take the sting off a hit by pitch is to run as fast as you can down the first base. I always did the slow walk, took my time, let the pitcher
never rub your hit. Never rub it, though.
Never rub it.
Never.
One time I stared at an opposing coach. Brings up Sawyer Welsh, the second baseman, getting the start today for Greenville. First pitch here from Nesmith, and that one's inside for ball 1.
Nesmith really doesn't like you crowding his plate. I mean, we've seen a plethora of inside pitches backing some Greenville batters off his plate.
Here's a 1-0, and that one is in there for strike 1. And that throw's going to get away. And Greenville's going to add another run to lead it 2-0.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they were he was thinking there. He threw it down to second to try to get the man off second, but nobody was covering, and nobody looked like they were really too eager to go get the ball, so the man from third just jogged home.
First error from either team brings home the second run for Greenville. Now a pickoff attempt, and that won't be in time.
Tried him with the fake throw.
The pitcher wasn't paying attention, and we got a snowball fight here between second, home, and the mound.
Well, the second baseman faked the throw to see if he could try to get the runner on second, and then the pitcher just turned around.
Here's a 1-1. That one is fouled down the left field line for strike 2. Yeah, I'd look down to score something on my app and look up, the ball's in center field. Here's a 1-2. That one misses low and away for ball 2. Here's a 2-2. This one, soft liner to the shortstop, makes the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning. Brings up the 10-hole hitter. Bottom of the lineup here in the right fielder, and Drew Lyson. Lyson has been at that same spot the entirety here of the 14-year-old Southeast Regional.
Actually, he did not start at second base yesterday. He was
he the 10-hole hitter?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
No, he did not. He did not bat yesterday. He came in as a pinch runner.
And he sends this one in the center field. He makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. Greenville adds another on the bottom of the second. They lead it 2-0. Let's go to the top of the third. It's a 14-year-old Southeast Regional on the Exports Network, brought to you by Quick Mart. Remember
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Denver Trap Field, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regionals. We go to the bottom of the third. Greenville, North Carolina, leading Sarasota, Florida here 2-0 in the de facto third place game.
New pitcher.
We got Hanish, Venkat, and Schnurline. New pitcher into the game here. And, whoa, got some trickeration here from Thomas Satterfield into the game as a new pitcher. And the next pitch, and that one's spiked for ball 2.
I like this kid. He's trying some stuff. It's not worked yet, but he's trying it.
A for effort is. Well, we had a kid get hit by a pitch and sprint the first.
I'd say it's his last day, and they're just playing for third place, but I like the way these kids from Greenville are playing.
Honish fouls that one back off a big cut for strike one.
Now, AJ, me and Hayden had a discussion yesterday. I don't know if you caught it. Our segment for next week, an idea at least, best movies to watch during a rain delay.
Okay. As that pitch is grounded over to short, throws over the first in time, and that's the first out of the inning.
We're trying to tally up all the hours that Hayden had spent here this week, and they're getting up there.
Did you tell them what movies we were watching? Okay,
no.
that's a good idea.
No, not yet.
We're not watching anything bad, ladies and gentlemen. But
no, just some family-friendly movies, just to pass the time.
Family-friendly movies. Kieran Venkat at the plate. First pitch misses high and in for ball one.
And Evis. He just dropped that one in there just a little bit high.
Here's a 1-0. He's working quickly. Misses high for ball two. Comes a 2-0. This one's skied in the right field. Camps underneath and makes a catch. That's the second out of the inning. Going to bring up the top of the order in Noah Schnurline. Best way I can describe the movie that we were watching, it was a ridiculous stunt and prank show movie. Use your imagination to figure out what movie that was.
Probably not too hard.
No. First pitch here. That's a breaking ball in there for strike one.
Man, that had some movement on it, AJ. I mean, that was just kind of looked like a sweeper type of pitch. Had some horizontal break, too.
And that one horizontally broke over his head for ball one. And there's a 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike two.
Comes back with the heat. You know, I've watched so much college and Major League Baseball, you can almost kind of guess pitch sequencing. With this, I have no idea what pitch is coming next. They're 14. They only have about 3 pitches, if that.
This is a ground ball over to third. Scooped up. Throw over to first. In time, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Sarasota here in the top of the third. It's a 2-0 Greenville lead as we go to the bottom half of the inning. It's the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional on the Exports Network, brought to you by Quick Mart.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
And back here at the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, as Luke Tyndall makes his way down to first off a leadoff walk here. Sorry about our technical issues, trying to get them sorted out right here. As now Landon Scott, the third baseman, due up, flew out to left in his first at bat. First pitch here, foul back for strike one. 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Greenville leading this one 2-0, after runs in the first and second inning. Nesmith will now check on the runner over at first.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good pickoff move for this quick Greenville offense. He's taking off there.
And swing and a miss throw. The second get the runner is in time. Good throw, good tag, and that will be the first out of the inning.
That's the first time Tyndall's been thrown out this entire tournament. I mean, he has usually been lights out stealing bases, but apparently Davin Davidson is not the man to run on.
It's his second throw out here of the game. And next pitch misses low and away for ball two.
It's funny. He's looks like a little guy squatted down behind home plate, stands up to go get a foul ball, and he's 6'4".
There's a 1-2. That's a breaking ball that misses in for ball three. I'm at 2-1, and now or is it 2-2? Don't know.
I would say I've been having fun trying to keep up with the scoreboard. I just wait for the umpire to let me know.
It's either 2-2 or full count, but we know there's definitely two strikes. Two offering. That one's down the middle for strike three. It'll be the second out of the inning. Brings up Thomas Satterfield, the opposing pitcher.
Well, AJ, it doesn't matter how many balls are in the count if you throw a strike right down the middle.
That's true. He definitely fooled him with that one. I don't think he was expecting a fastball down the middle.
No.
Comes the first pitch. It's in the dirt for ball one. Again, we apologize as we're trying to figure out our technical issues to get the stream up and running here. Here's a 1-0. This is in for ball two. Here's a 2-0. That one's lined in the right field, a base hit. And, they're trying to throw him out there in first base, but couldn't. So a two-out single here by Satterfield would bring up the center fielder and Noah Cox.
It's Olivia Lockhart in right field with the throw right there. I mean, it's a close play. Another piece of, that was what I was looking for right there. A good piece of opposite field hit and just a ground ball right between first and second for a right-handed batter. Love to see it.
Fourth hit of the game for Greenville. Now brings up Noah Cox, who had a RBI two-out single in the right in his previous at-bat. And the pickoff attempt will not be in time. First pitch here from Nesmith. That one's low for ball one. There's a 1-0. That is sent through the left side. Great play by Venkap. Throws over to first. That one will get away from the first baseman. Runner will advance to third. Takes a big turn, and he will stay right there. So runners on the corners with 2 gone here for Greenville.
Van Cat really just came out of nowhere and scooped that one up at the hot corner, fired over to first, and just was at a tough spot to scoop right there by the first baseman. So now we got runners at the corners.
Two gone here. Now brings up Jack Flanagan, the first baseman. Singled up the middle in his previous at bat. Here's the first pitch. That one misses high, and Davidson fakes. Throw the second. Checks on the runner on third. Now we got runners, 2 runners in scoring position.
Smart play right there by Davidson. I mean, he probably could have easily had the throw out there at second, but that would have allowed the runner from third to come home and bring this to a 3-0 game.
Next pitch, big breaking ball swung on a miss for strike one. Here's a 1-1. Foul back for strike two. There's a 1-2. And that one is fouled down the right field line. The count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2. This is low. Runner's going to take off. He will score, and Greenville now leads this one 3-0.
Yeah, heads up play by the base runners. I mean, once you see that ball get away from the catcher, you got to go. And there was no hesitation there by either of the Greenville base runners, and now they lead this one 3-0.
Running each inning so far here for Greenville leads it 3-0.
And their runs in the first and third inning, AJ, both come with 2 outs. So